Hi there, my name's Jake and I'm part of the account management team here at Protocol. Today, I'm just going to be doing a quick top level overview of a dashboarding and analytics integration for managed file transfer. So if your organization is a Fortra Go Anywhere, GlobalScape EFT, Progress Move It, or a Kavite Diplomat House, and you're looking to elevate your solution to the next level, this video is definitely going to be of some interest to you. So before I dive in and actually show you the solution, I just want to quickly touch on a certain scenario which I'm sure you'll be familiar with regardless of what industry it is that you work in. So at some stage, for one reason or another, a high value file transfer would have failed, or perhaps you've missed a critical SLA deadline and you've only found out because your trading partner or client has called you once a deadline has passed, making you aware of the issues faced now on both sides. So now that you're aware of a failed transfer, you and your team are left to pick up the pieces, trying to identify the root cause of the issue, typically going through pages and pages of event logs. So the failed transfer itself, as well as your team's diagnosis and resolution of the issue, would have cost your team's time and resource at an absolute minimum. It could have also had a damaging effect on relations with that trading partner or client. It could have had an impact on business continuity, a loss of revenue, or perhaps in extreme cases, maybe even resulted in some fines. So this is where the dashboarding and analytics integration comes into a class of its own. So moving on over to the solution now. Firstly, it's accessible via a web portal, so there's no need to install third-party applications to users' PCs. So now that I've logged on, this is what I see. And I say this is what I see is because this is what I've configured for my own bespoke view. So the homepage you see here, it's entirely customizable to the specific user account, meaning you can prioritize and arrange your most important data in a way that works best for you and your job role. The solution also gives you the ability to add and remove key metrics with ease by using a drop-down button. So now that you're logged on, you can see straight away the power of visualization the charts and the graphs provide that instantly grab your attention. It's also just probably worth noting at this point that the system I'm showing you today, it is our demo system and the data is artificial, but I just want to show you some key statistics that a lot of our clients tend to use. First metric I want to show you is nice and simple. You can view your inbound versus your outbound transfers over a specific time period. You can easily change the time period, but for today's demonstration purposes, I'm just going to focus on today's transfers. Then moving on over to the next one, you can see your success versus your failure, including internal transfers as a number as well as a percentage. So from this test data, I can see that there's been a number of failed transfers, which I will come back to in just one moment. The next one I want to show you is in regards to SLAs. So you can see how many have passed versus how many have failed. SLAs are configurable within the system and are designed to be proactive rather than reactive. So to give you an example, if you had a critical SLA deadline of 9 a.m. in the morning, you can configure this SLA to alert recipients in the build up to that deadline on a timely basis. So for example, if I set this SLA to run every hour at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and no file is received or successfully sent, recipients will then be alerted so then they can proactively rectify the issue before the SLA deadline is passed. The next key metric I want to talk you through is the amount and size of the files uploaded, transferred, and downloaded. So you can view how much data is being transferred and keep an eye out for unexpected increases or decreases in the volume of data going through the system, which can obviously have a negative impact on other parts of the MFT solution. So if we now take a moment to look at the transactional trend graph, we can change the time frames to a week, a month, 3 months, 6 months, maybe even a year. So you can look at that long-term data and really start to visualize trends over that specific time period. So looking at this demo data, if this was a real environment and it was something I was managing, I could straight away see that the bulk of the transfers seem to happen on a Wednesday. If the failed transfers correlated with this, I could then look to make changes to the timings of the transfers, as this could potentially point towards a lack of computing resource. So all the data you see here, it is in real time, and you can easily see snapshots of failed transfers, volume of data, transfer both inbound and outbound, specific environments if you have multiple MFT environments, as well as transactional logs for the most recent transfers. Okay, so moving back over to the failed transfers, which I mentioned just a moment ago. With just a click of a button, this will load up all of the failed transactions within that specific time period. So because this tool integrates directly with the database, it will present you with the event logs within seconds, saving your team that time and resource, which I mentioned at the beginning, by being able to identify what the issue is almost instantly. There is also an email option, so you can email the specific transfer and event log to a member of the team to notify them and ask them to look into it for you. So that pretty much concludes this short demonstration. If you have any further questions or you would like to book a technical demonstration or maybe even a free trial of the solution, please don't hesitate to reach out and we'd love to show you it in more detail and show you how this solution could benefit your organization. Thanks everybody for watching. Take care.